Hi there, and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. The world of music is abuzz with an intriguing rumor that might just leave you in awe. Imagine this: the incomparable Whitney Houston, with her otherworldly voice and timeless hits, could possibly have a hidden connection to another renowned figure. Now, you might be wondering who could possibly be associated with Whitney in such a surprising manner. Some speculate that Teresa Graves could indeed be Whitney Houston's biological mother. Yes, you heard it correctly. Teresa Graves from the show Get Christy Love. It sounds too sensational to be true, doesn't it? But hey, stranger things have happened in the realm of showbiz. Come on. Just 15 stories down the grapevine, there's a buzz regarding Whitney's privileged secrets. It's like something out of a movie, but it's real. The rumor suggests that Houston, who has been living discreetly, has finally come forward to confirm what people have been speculating about for years. Now, you might be scratching your head, wondering why this is such a big deal. Well, imagine discovering that the person you thought you knew so well had something entirely different hidden away. It's like finding a secret treasure buried in your backyard. Teresa Graves was once a big name, much like Whitney. And guess what? They sort of look alike too. I'm talking about similar facial features, the shape of their eyes, and even the way they smile. Coincidence? Maybe. Or perhaps there's another element to it. Plus, there's talk that Teresa and Whitney's mother, Houston, were friends back in the day. Coincidence? Maybe not. Now, you might be wondering how such a big secret could stay concealed for so long. Well, that's part of what makes this rumor so captivating. Could it ever be true that Whitney's real mother was someone other than who we've always believed? So, folks, get ready to be shocked, intrigued, and maybe even a little reflective. This is the inside story you've been waiting for, straight from the source. Whitney Houston's mother is ready to spill all, and you won't want to miss a word of it. So, let's delve into Teresa Graves, the alleged mother of Whitney Houston, and how they might be connected. Growing up, Teresa Graves didn't have fancy things or loads of money, but she had something uniquely special within her. Born in Houston, Texas, in 1948, Teresa was the youngest in her family, and life wasn't always easy. You see, back then, things were divided by the color of your skin. Teresa was African American, and that meant facing unfair standards and limited opportunities. But Teresa didn't let that stop her. Even as a young girl, she loved pretending and making people laugh. Whenever there was a chance to perform, Teresa was there, shining brightly like a star. Her parents recognized her talent and cheered her on. They might not have had much, but they had love and faith in their daughter. As Teresa grew up, she continued to pursue her dreams. Whenever there was an opportunity to perform, she jumped right in. She acted in school plays and local shows, pouring her heart into every performance. People loved to see her charm and natural gift for acting. Then, something amazing happened. Teresa stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime on television. She appeared on shows like Carpenter's Comedy Hour and Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, showcasing her acting chops to the world. But the real magic came when Teresa landed the role of Christy Love, a savvy detective with sass and wit. This wasn't just any role, it was groundbreaking. Teresa became the first African American woman to star in a crime drama series. Get Christy Love wasn't just a show, it was a game changer. Teresa's character wasn't waiting to be rescued, she was the one doing the rescuing. She showed everyone that people of color could be smart and strong and break stereotypes along the way. People of all colors tuned in to watch Teresa kick butt and take names. She wasn't just an actress, she was a hero, inspiring people everywhere to believe in themselves and fight for their dreams. Teresa Graves didn't just light up the screen, she sparked a fire in the hearts of millions. But life happened, as it always does. Her life became a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. Teresa was married twice in her life, with her most notable marriage being to a man named Richard Hooker. However, their love story came to an end, and they went their separate ways. But Teresa didn't lose hope in finding her happy ending. She boarded another train of love when she married James Randolph in 1974. Their journey together lasted until Teresa's unexpected departure from this world. Teresa didn't have children of her own, but her heart overflowed with love for her family and friends. They were her anchors, keeping her grounded through life's storms. She cherished every moment spent with them, filling her days with laughter and joy. Besides her acting gigs, Teresa had plenty of hobbies that brought diversity to her life. She loved diving into books, letting her imagination run wild with each turn of the page. Music was her soul food, and she sang like a bird, filling the space with beautiful melodies. And, oh, she was a spiritual soul, finding strength in her faith when life threw curveballs her way. However, Teresa's journey wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Being a person of color in the entertainment world during the 1960s and 1970s meant she faced numerous obstacles. Prejudice and discrimination tried to dim her light, but Teresa stood tall, refusing to let them cast shadows over her dreams. She became a beacon of hope, showing that talent knows no color. One of Teresa's toughest moments came when her show, Get Christy Love, was cancelled in 1975. Despite its roaring success and critical acclaim, the show was axed after just one season. It hit Teresa hard, like a punch to the stomach. But she wasn't one to stay down for long. With grit and determination, she dusted herself off and marched forward, ready to conquer new stages. After the show ended, Teresa continued to act, but she didn't land roles as big as Christy Love. She popped up on various shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island, but nothing quite matched the excitement of her detective days. Still, Teresa didn't let that stop her. She continued to work in the entertainment world and even tried her hand at theater. But as time went by, she found herself drifting away from acting and into other pursuits.
You see, Teresa wasn't just about fame and fortune, she cared about helping others. She spent a lot of time doing good deeds for various causes and being involved in her community. People admired her not only for her acting skills but also for her big heart. Then tragedy struck in 2002. A devastating fire broke out at Teresa's home, caused by a faulty heater. Despite people's attempts to rescue her, Teresa couldn't escape the smoke. Her death was like a gut punch to everyone who knew her and loved watching her on screen. People were devastated because Teresa wasn't just an actress, she was a friend, a role model, and a true hero. After she passed away, people couldn't stop talking about Teresa. They shared stories about how she broke barriers in Hollywood and how she inspired others to chase their dreams. Even though she might not have become a superstar after Get Christy Love, Teresa's impact was immense and enduring. Now that you know more about Teresa Graves' life, let's shift gears and discuss the whispers circulating about a secret that piqued people's interest. You see, back in the 60s and 70s, when Whitney and Teresa were making waves in the music scene, America was undergoing significant changes. There were major movements for civil rights, and music was right at the heart of it all. Genres like soul, gospel, and R&B were becoming incredibly popular, and both Whitney and Teresa started in these genres, pouring their hearts out. Even though Teresa later transitioned into acting, music remained a significant part of who she was. And Whitney? Oh, she had a voice that could touch your soul, just like the music of that time. Now, here's where the rumor comes in. Some people started saying that Teresa could actually be Whitney's real mother. Can you imagine that? Two famous singers were connected by something so personal and secretive. No one knows for sure if it's true, but there were whispers and hints dropped by people in the music industry. And you know how rumors spread like wildfire, especially when they involve celebrities.
In those days, being a singer, especially a person of color like Whitney or Teresa, was tough. There were plenty of challenges, and sometimes they had to keep parts of their lives hidden to protect their careers. Perhaps that's why, if there was any truth to the rumor, they kept it under wraps. And back then, people didn't talk about personal stuff as openly as they do now. If something scandalous came out, it could really damage their careers. So maybe that's why the rumor lingered for so long, even though there wasn't any real proof. But even if it wasn't true, people couldn't help but wonder. Whitney and Teresa were both such incredible singers, and they shared a lot in common. Similar complexions, eyes, noses, smiles, and even their voices sounded alike. Both are blessed with powerful singing voices. Teresa was born in 1948 and Whitney in 1963, both in Houston, Texas. But wait, there's more. Some say Teresa had Whitney when she was just 15 and gave her up for adoption to Houston, who was Teresa's aunt. And get this, Teresa's middle name was Marie, just like Whitney's. Maybe that's why the rumor kept resurfacing time and time again, even long after they were gone. But you know what's really special about this rumor? It shows just how much people loved Whitney and Teresa. They were more than just singers to their fans, they were symbols of strength and inspiration, especially for people of color who faced a lot of challenges in those days. Now, let's talk about their careers. Teresa started off singing with the Doodletown Pipers, a group that appeared on TV in the late 1960s. Then she transitioned to acting, appearing on shows like Rowan and Martin's Laugh In and in movies. But her big break came when she played Christy Love, a cool detective fighting crime in LA. She was a trailblazer, becoming the first person of color to headline her own drama series. She opened doors for stars like Pam Grier and Angela Bassett. As mentioned earlier, Whitney, on the other hand, became a superstar in the music world. Her voice dominated the charts in the 80s and 90s. Born in Newark, New Jersey, on August 9th, 1963, she was destined for greatness from the start. Growing up in a household filled with music, Whitney was surrounded by relatives like Dionne Warwick and Dee Dee Warwick, who were also into music. She was immersed in a world where songs weren't just tunes but a way of life. Her journey into the music business started with a bang in the early 80s, when music mogul Clive Davis spotted her talent. Her debut album in 1985 shot her straight to the stars with 3 consecutive #1 hits, making her a global sensation. With her powerful voice and captivating stage presence, Whitney became a household name. Throughout her career, she blended pop, R&B, and gospel into her music, creating a sound that was uniquely hers. Hits like I Will Always Love You and I Wanna Dance with Somebody became anthems for a generation, earning her awards and love from fans worldwide. But life wasn't all glamour and glitz for Whitney. She faced struggles in her personal life, especially with her marriage to fellow singer Bobby Brown. Reports of substance abuse and troubles at home overshadowed her achievements, revealing her battles and pain. But Whitney's voice remained her legacy, with a range that seemed endless and a technique that was flawless. She set the bar high for singers everywhere. Her influence stretched far and wide, inspiring artists like Mariah Carey and Beyonce. Aside from her music career, Whitney also shone brightly on the silver screen. Roles in movies like The Bodyguard and Waiting to Exhale showed she was more than just a singer, she was a talented actress too. But what truly set Whitney apart was her heart. Despite her own struggles, she always made time to give back. She supported causes close to her heart, from children's welfare to advocating for the marginalized. Then came that fateful day on February 11th, 2012, when Whitney was found in a Beverly Hills hotel. Her life was cut short by accidental drowning, exacerbated by heart disease and drug use. The news shook the world, leaving millions grieving the loss of an icon. Whitney Houston wasn't just a singer, she was a force of nature, a woman whose voice touched hearts and whose life inspired millions. But here's the thing, there's no real proof that Teresa and Whitney were mother and daughter. It's just speculation. They were both talented women who made a significant impact on the world in their own ways. Teresa paved the way for others to follow, and Whitney set the bar high with her stunning voice and presence. They might not be mother and daughter, but they'll always be remembered as 2 powerful women who changed the game.